is a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Now observe it. What have we here?
Decides to go in with the target combo. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? They break things off to take a quick breather. In a dire situation, they can't afford any KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Brushes that off and keeps going. They heats it up with a combo into super. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player 1 is working with a better game. Oh, what's this? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Three gloves. Player 1 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. And wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Nails the anti-air. Decides to go in with the target combo. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. The super armor does its job. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Takes a trip. This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? Player 1 takes a big gamble and Rip gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hits them with a stop and pop. Who's going? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Took them to the corner in a flash. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Pushing through with the Gladius. What'll happen here? Player 1, it's TKO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Goes for the jump in to start. In with the cross. They choose to spend the meter. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Spends it all on the super! Not shy one bit about it!
Now you know history.
The super connects! This can lead to some big damage over in a flash! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. A huge punish counter right in the opening seconds of this round. Takes the chance to hurt him. Decent damage. What's next? They hit each other. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. All right. Reads them. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Uses the drive KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Balance from above. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Counters with the knee jab. Nice lead. What'll happen here? Raids him. They decide to take a breather to regroup.
What have we here?
Uses all in with a rush. A quick breathe. Burnout activates. Player 2 brushes that off and keeps going. Rebound. What a finish. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets a chance at that jump. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Jump in finds the mark. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Taking stock. What a clutch side kick there. Down to the wire. Player 2 chases it and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Heading into the end game now, experiencing burnout. Grabs him. Jumps. Still in a bind, but escapes the throw. Gets him. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The super armor does its job. Player 1 really suffered there in the corner for a while. How can they avoid being put there this round? Lets off a Yoga Fire. Looking for a chance. Going in. Locks them down with the arch. Zones with the fire. With crowns them from above. KO. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The combo's there. Backs them into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Medium kick. Both fighters experiencing burnout. Grabs and throws them away. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round, pounding them with the Lavshuka. Can they stand the heat? The super doesn't KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Dashes forward. Barely blocks the jump in. 3-volt ices him. Player 1 spent the super art to take the last round, but how will they handle the meter deficit? Time to reassess the situation? Out of range. relatively safe. Free glove. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Quick breather. Jumps. Quick dashing. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Oh! Counters with amnesia. Nice read. Connects with the throw. Starting the block. Uses the teleport. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Hits them with a stop and pop. Goes to the overdrive. Takes the chance to hurt him. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 with the life lead. All right. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Grabs them, knockdown. 3-volt? We're in the final dose for the super art? That's not gonna hit. There's a change of sides. Both fighters planning something? KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws them to negate the block. Dashes up, counters with amnesia. Nice read. Duel gain control of the match in the early going. Player 2 has the meter lead. All right, what's coming up next? Jumps in. Shoryuken. Scrapping it out up close. Amnesia. Jumps. Uses the target combo as a fill-in. What'll happen here? Meets them air to air. Finds the target. Very nice free glove. Uses the teleport. Nails the 3-ball. Duel set the bait at this range. Excellent block. Gotta do better than that. The drive gauge is streak. There's the burnout. Knocks them out of the air. Player 1 can't use any blow coming for you. Player 1 is mounting a crispy twin flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. Grabs him. Good work staying in throw range there. Solid combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent wants perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Very solid corner switch. Flashes them. They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Player 2, they were right to be on guard there. 3-volt? Having hit them with a stop and pop. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. 3-volt ices them. Time to reassess the situation. Uses the teleport. And whip. They're wide open. Dashes forward. Quick dashing. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Player 2 brings it home.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Nothing but air for the impact. Whipping a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Blocks the jump in, goes for the command grab. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? They hit each other. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2, oh! Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Super art activated. Expect something big here. Player 1 chases them down. Heading in, gets them. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. A brave forward jump there to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Brushes that off and keeps going. Digs in deep to get that drive on. Punishes there with the drive impact. Really laying on the pressure. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Backstep rolling attack? What'll happen here? Oh, could be the start of something. It hits him with a stop and pop. That's a counter. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Ooh, what a smart throw! Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 needs some experiencing burnout. Back into the corner. What's wrong critical? What's gonna happen? No, super closes it out! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Here's to a fair fight. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. It was well in range to score the throw. Goes for the command grab. Player 1 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Still slugging it out here. Gets the jump in. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Not shy with the grab. Goes for the drive rush there. Oh, talk about overextending. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is the perfect range to reach out, and they can't squander this punish counter again. They don't need to go for anything big. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 needs burnout activates. Both fighters planning something. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Grabs and throws them away. They're both out of it. Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Barely blocks the jump in. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. That drive impact doesn't get through. Forcefully closes the gap. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Grabs them with the embrace. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Player one, rising uppercut. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Dashes up, breaks the block with a throw. Whoa, coming for you! Are we gonna see a comeback here? Pounding them with the La Chuca. Can they stand the heat? Makes smart use of the game. Hits the drive. Okay, here fools them and locks them in embrace. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. From a cross-up attack. Anti-air in the butt. Not solid anti-air. Davis said, get that jump in out of here. A jump and whip. They're wide open. Handle with care. You can't jump drive impacts. Player one is on the brink of disaster. Nothing stops this train. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Goes airborne. Player, ooh, what a smart throw. Both sides getting ready. Knocks them out of the air. Connects with the throw. Oh, he drive rush. Just frame knuckle. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player two is in a La Chuca. Throws him in the minefield. Going in. Player one flipping the script with a turnaround super. They are done. Player two has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Starts things off with a jump in. Gotta do better than that. Rising uppercut. Gets the jump, brushes that off and keeps going. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Gets through the opening. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Backs them into the corner. No more drive gauge. The jump in is denied. All that effort for so little payoff. Taking stock. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Holds out with the block. Reads them. Early round decisions are so important. Drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Player one has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player two will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Not much springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Both fighters planning something? Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Drops them hard. What are they gonna do? Okay, here we go. Hold your breath. Uses the teleport. Noticeable life lead is a drive rush to keep it going. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. In brushes that off and keeps going. Sandblast. Player one took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Drive rush. All the throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player one, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Departure set uses the teleport. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes that burns out. Player and whips, they're wide open. Reads the throw and escapes. Player two, stun. Bad news is on the way. Maze connects with the throw. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. This may turn, put it.